I really think I need to work on the intro for this, you know, both me presenting and the actual start of that little sort of animated clip. I'll start working on that. But also the outros, they're just sort of a bit, thanks for watching, goodbye, a bit short. So, need to work out that. Here we go. So, when I got back from the beach, which is now days ago from this video, but however far I end up broadcasting it, so it's usually tries to get out one a week at least. Yeah, got back from the beach, bit tired, unpacked and things. And as a parcel, I was well excited because it's some more books from my favourite artist, or one of my favourite artists. I've got two for different reasons, but my main guy. It's not a new book, I think it's been out for a while, but I haven't bought it because I didn't have the money and I didn't have the time to sit down and go through the work. But with lockdown, we got that time, we're going to get on with it. So I ordered Martin Parr's Beach Therapy, which I thought as a rolling title, well not a rolling title, as a fixed title, it fits very well with the current mood and what I was saying about in the last video. But yeah, got the book. This book's interesting to me because of the type of work that Martin normally does in contrast to this book. So for those of you who don't follow his work and don't really really follow his work, Martin Parr, originally a film photographer, that in the used to be black and white, but sort of from his education days, it wasn't uni he went to, it is a polytechnic, that's the word. He started doing colour film, getting inspiration from work like of Tony Ray Jones and things, and he went and did work, Last Resort and others like this, like Something England, and books that all follow a very similar principle in terms of the way it's shot. So sort of semi-satire, semi-sort of postcardy images, you know, the sort of comedy aspect to his work, but they're all shot reasonably close up, usually fixed lenses, 50, 35, maybe a small zoom depending on the necessities of the area, but nothing long distance, usually with a flash to help accentuate and make the images pop, and as we said, on film. Yeah, and he just records people as they do, and for the project work in this book, The Last Resort, which is his older work, up and down the country or around the coast, going to different, I wouldn't say holiday destinations, but you know, getaways, sort of day trips, you know, what is it called, Mods and Rockers down at Margate sort of time period, and going to Broadstairs, which appears in both books a few times. And that's where this I find quite interesting, because all the images in this are taken at range, so using like specifically telephoto lenses, you know, 35 mils, not 35 mils, 100 to 300 or 70 to 300 probably. And he's gone and revisited some of the locations. Like, I'm 99.9% sure that both of these photos are from Broadstairs, especially the one on the right with the light pole. I'm pretty fixed that that's where I think it is. I believe it tells you at the back. What's the number of these? Taken 2014, probably on the same day. And they're just the same sort of like view to a kill, as it were, of the type of work that he wants to do. You know, looking at how people use space and place and the coastline as an environment, sort of revisiting that aspect of The Last Resort, but with a aesthetically different approach. And what I like about them is, when I was at uni, I got commented on a lot about my work being middle distance, which meant I wasn't close enough to the action or far enough away to make the landscape the main aspect, which these are definitely not, but it's standing in places where the middle distance is easy to get, and Martin Parr, you know, being the photographer that he is, isn't hitting the middle distance, he's hitting the right images. Personal preference, but not a factual statement. I prefer his images more like these ones, where the people are the focus. You can see the range and activities in the book. There are a few in here that are ones that I don't think work as well. They work in the book, but if you're looking at it as a single image, I don't think it's particularly strong. Ones like this one, where the plants and sort of things you would normally use to frame the image are in sharp focus, and the people and aspects are in the back. As I said, they work in the book and they work as part of the collection of images, but for me they just don't work as an image. I like the opposite way round, where things that are really up close because of the way telephotos work. Like the seagull in this is completely out of focus, but all the people are quite sharp. I like that idea. I think I might, either once this is all over, once we're all allowed to do whatever we want again, I might add some of these sort of thinking and sort of shooting into my practice a bit more, and maybe make the work a bit of a contrast, or in terms of engagement, a contrast of these two. For a read, well, they're not really reading books as such. There's a sort of intro and not synopsis, but an introduction at the beginning of the book. I think there's a bit more writing in there towards the end. I'm not too sure, I haven't finished reading it. But as reading materials and images, I really like these books.